got lots of information in this question, and I think the key is just to work through it little by little. So I'm going to start with the fact the overlap of the squares is 1. Now this makes a little square in itself, which means these lengths are both 1. I've dealt with that. Next, I've got the total area, and I've got the fact that the larger square is 4 times that of the smaller. So I'm going to say that the larger square has length x, and the smaller square has length y. What that means is x squared is going to be 4y squared. I can square root both sides, meaning x is equal to 2y. Now you might have got that straight away. If a square has an area 4 times as big, then the length is going to be twice as big. That's how similar areas, similar lengths, scale factors work. We just square root the area scale factor, so it's going to be 2. So I'm now going to remove the x and replace it by 2y. Okay, that means the length of the entire square is going to be 3y, but then I need to minus that little 1, so that comes back into play now. So 3y minus 1 all squared is going to equal 196. Now I bring that 196 in. Brilliant. I could expand the bracket there. There's absolutely no need to do that. And this is something to be aware of. If you've got a square of something equal to something else, you can just square root the whole thing. So 3y minus 1 is going to be the square root of 196. This, in fact, turns out to be 14. You've got to expect it to be a whole number. And if you don't know your square numbers, then you're just going to have to try some things out until you get to 14. Remember some key ones like 10 squared is 100. Try and remember that 15 squared is 225, and then you just have to sort of check in between, and it's quite close to 225. So checking the one below 15 makes sense, I think. 3y is then going to equal 15, and y is going to equal 5. Right, we are nearly there. So the full length is 14, y is 5. What does that mean? That means this is going to be 10, and therefore this length is going to be 4. And the same thing is going to happen over here. This is also 4. And then I've got 14 minus 5 giving me 9. So this is 9. And this is also going to be 9. And after all that work, we've managed to get the dimensions of these shaded regions. They're both going to have area of 36, 4 times 9. So double 36 to give 72. Nice.